Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Mowers. Good afternoon. It's Saturday and I'm getting ready to watch the IndyCar Grand Prix. In the meantime, a lady has texted me and told me that she wants to buy this. This is my old Murray Franken mower. I actually took the Murray deck. I put another Troy-built engine on it, which is a Briggs Quantum. It's an auto choke. I got the handles from somewhere. I put some Murray wheels on there. Actually, it is a Murray, but this thing runs good. It's a simple push mower. Nothing more, nothing less. I have it listed for $85. Hopefully I'll sell it. I actually used this to mow my lawn last weekend. It's about time I mow it again, you know. Hopefully we'll be able to sell that. Here is my head scratcher, Craftsman / MTD basic mulcher, but the engine in the past 2 episodes, I've tried just about everything to get it running good. In the end, I decided that I'm going to take the advice of my subscribers who told me that it's the carburetor. I personally don't think it's the carburetor. It does have a hinky thing with the choke flap and all that stuff, but I'm at the end of the rope, you know. I've tried everything. If you guys want to know what I've tried, go look at the other 2 episodes. It's called the head scratcher engine. Anyway, so I took your advice. I went and bought a carburetor. This is only $9.59 plus tax, so it was like 10 bucks, you know, off of eBay. And it's the 550Ex version, the kind with the choke flap. I didn't have to make one from my rewards coupon keychain. So this is exactly what is supposed to be on that. Brand new. You know, I don't remember putting this on there. It has a black O-ring here with a white plastic thing, and it's got this too. I don't think I put this on there before. This goes on the intake manifold. That could be the reason, actually. We'll see. We'll put this on anyway. I spent $10. Might as well put a new carb on here, right? And this one over here, it's a XT7 Husqvarna Kohler engine that I put on this MTD. Has a bag, which is the reason why I did it. It was off of a bad Husqvarna deck, so I saved the engine to put it on this. This had a bad engine. It starts up 1 pull or 2 pulls, right? But it chokes for quite a while until the muffler heats up and pushes the choke flap open. But that takes about 1.5 minutes, you know what I mean? So I kind of want to figure that out. I mean, flap is supposed to be closed when you start it, but once you start it, it's supposed to kind of open right away to let it run right, you know. But it chokes for about 1 minute or so. Let's see if that Murray starts up, since I'm gonna be selling it. If it starts up in 1 or 2 pulls, good enough for me. Awesome. Like I said, this one chokes for a long time. A minute later, it'll start to rev up high. But let's put this carburetor on here. To remove the carburetor for this machine, all you need is 5/16 bits, a bit for 9/32. Cover comes right off. Pinch the fuel line. I'm just going to remove it actually. Pivot this. Choke Z-bend comes out. That Z-bend comes out. As you can see from this area here, I do not have that red thing. But it does have the white thing, the black O-ring, the white O-ring, but I don't have the red O-ring on there. That could have been just the issue. But this one doesn't have a choke flap anyway, so I'm just going to replace it with the new one. Gonna insert the red O-ring now, right there. I think it goes there. Seems like it's a little loose. This doesn't seem to have a hole for this. This is strange. Hold on for a minute. Okay, here's the old one. Here's the new one. What's missing? Am I supposed to take this off of that and put it on the new one? Because that would be the only way this would work. Now I have a place to put it, see? Well, that's dumb, because what if that person who bought this didn't have that, right? It'd be SOL. You guys don't know what SOL means. Look it up, because you'd be shit out of luck. Can't reach this thing. It's difficult to get the throttle linkage in your hands. Push it in the hole, do the Z-bend. Gonna attach the fuel line. Okay, I got that on there. Throttle linkage is moving. When this muffler heats up, flap is closed at cold start. When it heats up, it opens it up, cools down, closes it again. Put the breather hose back onto this input in the back with your hand. Place the two 9/32 screws that go onto the carburetor. Change bits for the 5/16. And then the carburetor is now installed. Very easy, actually. Let's try to start this baby, huh? Has gas, just check the oil. Here we go. Let's see if your subscriber ideas about the carburetor is correct and everything I've done to this has been wrong. See if this starts. New carburetor. Well, I guess you guys were right. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It was the carburetor, which boggles my mind because I couldn't really find anything wrong with that other carburetor. I guess it was because I was missing that red O-ring that I didn't put on there, you know? As you saw, it did kind of surge in the beginning with choke. Then I stuck my finger in, moved the choke flap because it was kind of stuck. Let's see if it starts again. I gotta admit, it sounds great. We put the air filter back on here again. You know what? I'm gonna use this to mow my lawn right now, just to give it a true test, you know? Nice. Thank you guys. Well, as you guys see, it purrs like a kitten. My lawn was really long in the back, so it did bog down. I had to raise the height of this thing just so it wouldn't bog anymore because grass was just so thick back there, you know. But this little machine actually cuts really well. Every MTD one like this cuts really well. I kind of like it. Maybe I'll keep it. No, I'm not gonna keep it. It's a push mower. It doesn't even have a bag. Anyway, I'm glad I figured it out. Thanks a lot to all you guys, subscribers who suggested it was the carburetor. It's a new one for me, man. That carburetor looked just fine, other than the choke flap, you know what I mean? But the plastic ones inside, there was a little wear. I didn't think a little bit of wear in the tubes and stuff like that would really make much of a difference. Again, it could still be that orange O-ring that I neglected to put on the first one. You know, that could be it, because the carburetor needs a good seal between here and the intake manifold. And without that O-ring, I guess it wasn't a great seal. So maybe that carburetor still works. I'll keep it for some other thing in the future. But in the meantime, I think I might have to go sell that thing. Hopefully I'll sell it for 50 bucks. You know, I have it listed for 85. We'll see what happens. So, the mower that I just changed the carburetor on, you know, the head scratcher mower, I just sold it for 100 bucks. Can you believe it? Locally. I'm meeting another guy to sell that in Murray. We'll see if he shows up. So, as you guys saw, I sold the one I just fixed the carburetor on, the new carburetor. Lady gave me 100 bucks. I delivered it to her house because it wasn't far at all. And then the second one, the Murray, right? Met the guy at the church. I had it listed for 85. He said, will you do 80? Well, I didn't make the guy wait 15 minutes while I sold this one, you know. So we took $5 off, 80 bucks. So 180 bucks to sell those two push mowers. Good day. Very good day when you get rid of two within half hour, you know what I mean? Now I'm gonna go and watch the IndyCar race. So it's the next day. Figure I'd work on this. So the problem with this again is it starts first, second pull, whatever, right? But it takes about a minute or two before the muffler heats up to push the auto choke rod to open the choke flap all the way for it to run smooth. Sometimes it takes so long for it to warm up that it chokes itself to death. So that flap is not moving open fast enough. I mean, usually you're supposed to pull it, right, with the choke closed. Once you pull it and it starts, it kind of starts to open already. You know what I mean? That's the story with the Briggs Quantums, where the auto choke, it's flat. The flap is closed during cold start, but once you pull it, it kind of opens a little bit and then opens pretty fast. And then the rod, after it heats up, will keep it open. That's the way it's supposed to work. But with the Kohler carburetors, right, especially this model, the one that has the diaphragm assembly on it, as well as the thermostat type spring that turns this thing, that pushes that open, to open the flap, right? Sometimes they say the diaphragm's bad, and the pulsing helps it open a little bit more from the vibration. Also, this rod here that holds the flap, sometimes it's sticky, so it's hard for it to open. I think that's what the problem is. This is a spare parts one. I already took the linkage, and also the bottom of this stem is busted. But I have a feeling that this diaphragm on the inside is good. So maybe if that one's bad, I'll swap the diaphragm and put it in there, put the good cover onto this, and maybe if I had to, I mean, after 2 or 3 minutes, it does seem like the thermostat works. It heats up and it turns this. So I don't think it's this, but if I had to, I could change that too. But maybe I could just oil the this assembly here. Like this one's kind of smooth, but I don't know about that one. So I'm going to take this one apart and see what the story is with this. I mean, it runs fine, but it just takes like 2-3 minutes for it to warm up before it can, you know, run at high RPM smoothly with the choke flap open. If I'm gonna sell this, I don't want the person to have to wait there for 2 minutes to wait. You know, that's kind of like, that's not a good selling point. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take this cover off and see what we find. So it's a 10mm. Take this big one off. There's a spacer behind it. It's gonna drop. 2 over here to hold the carburetor in. Oh, this one doesn't have a spacer. There it is right here. When the thermostat heats up after 2 or 3 minutes, this thing turns the spring and pushes this open slowly like that. This is the diaphragm assembly, and it's supposed to pulse and kind of jiggle it open. It's a little stiff, I'm not gonna lie. The diaphragm, a little stiff. This one here is much easier. Yeah, this one's much easier, smoother. And it doesn't seem like it's catching. It's pretty smooth. Just gonna put a little bit of Toolbox Buddy. Same thing as WD-40. I mean, it's pretty smooth already. I figure I'd just do a little bit just to see. And I'm gonna blow some inside this area where the diaphragm is. Just put it in there and see what happens. Okay, so I've got the camera right stuck on the deck, okay? I'm gonna start it up for the very first time, cold start, and we're gonna let it run and see how long it takes before that choke flap opens. If it takes too long, I'm gonna speed it up so that you don't have to wait the whole 2 minutes. Let's see how fast it starts running smooth. just choked itself. It's bone dry. Okay, I just added some gas. See, that was fast. That was less than 30 seconds before it heated up and started to open. Oh well, works fine now. Like I said, I put some toolbox putty from Lucas Oil, same thing as WD-40, into the area where the diaphragm is, and it kind of softened up the diaphragm, if you will, with a little bit of oil. And also this is a lot smoother now, glides really well too, you know what I mean? Before there was some resistance, if you will, you know. I also put some where the rod goes into the thermostat, because when you turn it and stuff, it felt like it was kind of dragging. So now there's a little bit of oil there. I mean, that oil over there is going to burn up in 2 seconds because it's where the muffler is. It's very hot, you know. But lubing this area here so it's nice and smooth, making the diaphragm a little bit softer and less stiff, giving it that pulse to shake this. That's what this pulse is for, right? It pulses from the vacuum and shakes this rod, which moves this and helps it glide along this assembly here. That's how it works. Kind of a stupid design, but I looked up on eBay. This is a very common problem with the XT7 engines, right? With this type of carburetor. It's a bad design, but it seems to work just fine now. I have this listed for 150. I haven't had any bites on it. I listed it for 150, yes, it's only a push mower, but it is a 7 horsepower engine, you know what I mean? And it's a good deck, big wheels, nice bag, you know, it is a push mower, but I put it up to 150 because, you know, somebody's gonna lowball me down to 100, you know what I mean? And then I could say 125, so I'd be happy with 100 or 125, you know, but you have to first list it at 150, just so you have that room. And then there are people out there, a good percentage of people, especially around my neighborhood, who won't even bargain with you. Oh, 150, that's good, here you go, 150, you know? So, in this episode, I sold 2 more mowers. I'm down to this one and a couple of Toro recyclers without a bag. And those are listed at like 165, 175. Yes, even without a bag. Those Toro recyclers are really good. Both those front transmissions are very good too. If I could only find 2 bags and get over 200 for it, you know what I mean? But those bags are very hard to come by. I have 2 more mowers that need to be fixed. One is a Craftsman Briggs Eager 1, the one I got through a trade, along with another Toro recycler with a bag, but that bag doesn't fit on the other 2 that I need a bag for. This one's a Quantum engine, a little bit older of a model than the two with the Kohler engines on it. The back door, it doesn't fit. I tried. But anyway, that's my episode for today. getting my lawnmower sold and fixed and flipped at the same time. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowers and blowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.